crash and burn. Okay, hello. So tonight I'm going to be working on foiling this owl. I just posted it on my Instagram, so I'm going to be foiling that one tonight. I actually have two that I need to get done by Friday, so I think we'll see how quickly I'm able to foil this tonight. We'll see. We'll see. If you can see, I painted on the details for this branch earlier because it's like a birch branch. So painted that on earlier, painted on the pupils. Yeah. Hello! I am so glad. This is a fun little commission. This is like a memorial commission, so super special. Hello, how's it going? I know this is kind of like a random stream, but I'm already sitting here, so I figured I might as well. This music is wild. What is this? I hope everyone is having a lovely Wednesday. If you work for yourself, you never really know what day it is, so. Hey Noctis, how's it going? I am glad you think it is cute. How's everyone doing tonight? Probably as good as you can be on a Wednesday. Ooh, chilling at work. Well, at least you get to chill. That's nice. Yeah. No time off. I do take Saturdays off, although sometimes I work on like outlines on Saturdays, so. And I've been trying to like maintain more balance lately. Hey Robin, how's it going? So like I haven't been, like I'm still obviously working really hard, but like I'm just trying not to stress myself out because why would I want to do that? So I've definitely dropped my pace a little bit, but it's for my own good. So right now what I'm doing is, you can't even see what I'm doing. Right now what I'm doing is getting the dust off of the edges of the glass, and that way the foil will stick properly. I'm not going to be foiling the eyes or the pieces that I painted because that still needs to set, and then I will be baking it in the oven tomorrow. So. I don't know how I'm going to foil this piece. These pieces are so little. They're so itty bitty. I hope to have a YouTube video up by probably early next week. I've just been like crazy busy with, I had my shop update on Saturday, so that went really well. No stress, just dancing and chilling with Pretty Glass. Yes. I'm really high strung. And I am like really like, I have high expectations for myself. So a lot of times I just get stressed because I am, you know, it's easy to like see other people. Oh, volume is a little low. Let's see. I'm kind of talking quietly. Let me know if that's better. Looks a little high. Let me know how that sounds. You know, I start screaming sometimes, so I don't want it to be too loud. But let me know if it's like the music or my talking that needs to be turned up. I'm just on some like random... Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just on some like random vaporwave live station on YouTube, so this music is going to be all over the place, I assume. All over the place. Oh. Why are you making that face? What do you mean? What? You what? Can I help you? Are you okay, Stag? You're giving me anxiety. I'm getting nervous. What? What happened? I don't get the alerts on Restream. Oh, did something happen? What happened? What happened? Restream is just absolute garbage sometimes. If something happened and I don't know. Ooh! Oh! Why did you do that? Thanks! Wow! Holy crap! Thank you, Stag! Wow, okay, so for people on like YouTube or whatever, I just got a nice little donation. Thank you, Stag. I'm gonna keep up D-Live, just in case. Thanks. Thanks! I have to integrate my, That's a lot. Why did you do that? Don't do that. Yeah, I still need to integrate that, cause something happened. You're like, she's not screaming. Why? Normally you would expect shrill SunBear noises to pierce your cranium or something like that. Are you still streaming? Or are you done? Stagnation. This music is intense. I don't know. Or mate, there's some shrimp on the barbie. I made myself laugh so hard. Ka. Ka. Yeah, I need to, I gotcha. That thing looks so cool. I feel like I like the idea of it and I want it, but there's like no reason, negative 3% reason for me to get it. Grow me some bits in the compost bin. Last night we were talking about, who did it start with? I like can't remember. Like what people we were saying, like you can just like grow a British person by putting a tea bag in the ground. He said the first thing you'll see after a few months is some some teeth poking up. Stag is from the UK, so he's allowed to say that. By the way, I can't remember what else we said. I'm like my brain is farting. We absolutely would. Alright, well, I'm gonna start actually foiling. Yeah, we could have like Discord highlights, but like a vast majority of our Discord calls are just like random human noises and like paper shuffling and like like occasionally when you get your twig and leaf snack munching, and then like 5% of it is talking. It's more than 5, but it mostly just turned into like an ASMR channel. Oh my gosh. Oh. I can't dance, so I don't know. I'm not gonna get offended. I absolutely cannot. I've like always been... Oh yeah! No, what was the other one though? There was another one. I forget who it started with. It wasn't Americans. Why can't I remember? That was like that time. So last night I was working on a drawing for my next, I need to remember to put my hands down here, sorry. I'm doing my next block print and I was drawing it, and like while I was drawing I was in like autopilot, like delta wave brain mode, where I just like didn't even know what I was saying half the time. I was thinking about doing a stream. Sprout up. Yeah, I think we said hamburger. Just see the teeth first. I died. That killed me. Dead. Oh, yes. See, literally I said that today, where I was like, I cut myself off all the time and then I just forget and I never go back to that thought. I was thinking about doing a block printing stream because I need to carve that, the new like print that I drew last night. So I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know. I don't know if people would find that interesting because it's like they can't. People are here for SunBearGlassCraft. Yes, the teeth. The teeth. I gotta stop messing with this. I think there is fine. You right. Well, cool. I might do that then. Who knows? If I'm feeling extra spunky, once I'm done foiling this, which this is probably gonna take me a good hour and a half, especially if I start ranting about stuff like you guys know I do. We'll see. We'll see. I'm like trying to work on, like after I'm done working, which is usually around 6 or 7, instead of just going and playing Hades and like not paying it and like, you know, just doing nothing productive, I want to start trying to work on art, like personal projects. And, you know, like the block printing thing is like been really fun and I'm really into it. It's a ow. A ow. Yes. I am so glad you live for my rants, because sometimes I feel like they just go on forever, so it's nice. Stag, if you want to post that that link to the show where they say ow, that would be wonderful, because that's what's just been going in my head for the last few days. Thank you, Stag. Thank you. Much appreciated. Benjamin used to come onto my streams and he would be like, get back to work, chop chop. He always kept me on track. Little Benji. Ninja Genie, my guy, what the heck? Mr. Owl! I was like, bro, what? Because I just forget that everything that I say. I don't know if links will show up in the restream chat. There's like, okay, so there's this show, and I don't know what it's called. You have to help me, Steg. You have to help me. But it's this show where that's like this scene with an owl. You just have to post it. Someone else will have to do it. Owl. But I'm making 2 owls, so it's just plural. So I knew this little spot was going to be a problem area. Phone shop. Donating on DLive is not the best financial decision though, because yeah, that's why there's a few DLive people I've seen that they encourage BTT donations, which I don't have my like a BTT like a wallet set up on DLive, just because I didn't want to sign up for a third crypto thing. So that's why like I also need, I could set up that like Streamlabs thing that you could donate, but once I'm monetized on YouTube, I can get super chats on YouTube, which I am so close to being monetized on YouTube. It's like wild. I'm so excited. I know it sounds like a little self-centered and like, but passive income will help me so much because like everything I do, it's just me. But I cut myself off again. So I knew this spot was going to be a problem. So it cracked a little bit, but I shaved it down so you can't even tell. So it's great. It's great. Glass pouch. Where? Are you talking about how I clean off the glass dust in my shirt? Or behind me? I think it's probably me cleaning it off with my shirt. It's like a habit. I already cleaned all this glass off, but it's like a habit for me to just like, all of my clothing is just full of glass dust, I bet. All of it. Yeah, I just cleaned the glass, that's it. That's it. The robot voice scared me. Spooked me. So, what did you do today? No, little Sun Bear pouch. Not that cool. But, yeah, did you get a lot accomplished today with Diluvian Ultra? For those who are not familiar, my friend Stagnation here is the artistic director, I don't know what your title is, for a video game called Diluvian Ultra. It's very cool. You should check it out if you haven't already. He streams on a few different platforms while he's working, and he does all the cool animations, and it's pretty wild. Hey, Lass. Hello! How is it going? I'm doing really well. Just getting some work done, foiling this owl over here. And hanging out. The art god at Cresthelm Studios. Humble. He is as humble as he is talented. Well, that's good that you got some stuff done. Yes, the owls. I have been crazy swamped with my shop update. So these owls have been coming along very slowly, but I'm finally able to like hyper focus on them. So yesterday I finished smoothing out one of them. Today I finished the other one, so now we're foiling. And I also painted the branches to look like birch. So we're being productive. It's a little bit. It's a little bit, you know? I feel bad that I haven't gotten another YouTube video up this week. But unfortunately, sometimes it's just gonna, like, my goal is to do it like every week-ish. But I think sometimes, like, especially for times like when I have shop updates, it's just gonna be probably it'll be like 2 weeks after that. If that made sense. My next video that I think I have already everything filmed is how I made the newest queen bee that I have available in my shop. So it's like a big bee, and I'm gonna be giving like the backstory, like history of the queen bee and why I made a second version, because there's like drama. So I think that's on my list, and then also a soldering part 3. I don't quite know what I'm gonna talk about for soldering part 3, but I keep getting requests for a follow-up soldering video, so I will figure something out. Figure it out. Well, because it's a very intimidating step, so I completely understand. So what I might do is just kind of restate some things that I said in the last videos, and then also just show different examples. It can be hard though too, because I can only work on certain those steps available to me. So it's like, you know, I'm not soldering a custom commission every week where I use like the lead came, so I mean, it's actually been probably like a month since I've used lead came, so I haven't been able to make a video about that, but yeah. We'll figure it out. Pink. A lot of times too, when I rub it on my shirt, it's because there's watermarks on it, and I just want to get those off. So I think we'll go to... We'll use my smaller foil for this guy. Get out of here. Get out of here. It can be a little harder to apply the thinner foil just because you have to be more exact with it, but it gives a better effect and it lets you see more of the glass, so it's really good for these tiny pieces. And I'm going to, for these itty bitty little details, you can't even see it because they're so small, I'll be doing the same thing. I'll actually be making it so the foil is kind of uneven, so there's more foil on the back of the piece than on the front, because they're so small that they'll just get eaten up in the solder. So we're gonna try to not have that happen as much as possible. Yeah, oh, I put it on the wrong way. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it creates a really nice depth, and sometimes it's not possible with every type of, with every project, because you kind of have to use what colors you have available, but there's definitely been projects where the background was like a thinner glass than the foreground, and it would just kind of worked. We're gonna do this piece, just get this one over with, because this is kind of wild looking, but don't worry, we got it. So I'm gonna start on the inner portion. Yeah. The main tricky part about this is just like getting it in there and then actually pushing it down. Great. Why? Why did you do that? It's so annoying. Why did everything get chaotic? Did my internet crap out? Is that what's going on? Stand by. Ugh. Okay, I think that should be good. Sorry. Okay, that looks good. See, other than... Great. Yeah, I think it's because usually around 6 p.m. My internet starts to just like not work. So if it keeps happening, it should get better. Sorry. There's a ghost in my house. Yeah, that's just because it's this time of day. I don't know why. Like, I guess everyone's coming home from work and getting on their computers. And then I know that my internet is, like, it goes by neighborhood, kind of. At least, I don't know if that's always how it goes, but, like, so when there's heavy traffic, like on the weekends, our internet is slower because, like, all of our neighbors are using the internet too. So I'm paying a lot to have such terrible internet. I don't know. I don't know how that's okay, but it's fine. Okay, so now this is going to be the most time-consuming part. So we have to flatten the foil. You see how it's sticking up? We have to flatten it around this eyeball. So what I'm gonna do is just really take my time with it. And so this side is the side, the front. So we're gonna take our time and do this one first. And I'm just kind of heating up the foil with my fingernail, better than using the soft part of your finger. And then we're just gonna like slowly work on it, and it looks good. We got one little spot, but it'll get covered up with solder, so it's okay. It's so annoying that the internet does that. It's been really frustrating me lately because I've been trying to work like around right meow, and like I won't be able to like be on Discord like talking to people and doing anything else. It's been very frustrating. This doesn't have to be perfectly flush with the glass. So what I'm gonna do, because I just want to go ahead and get it stuck down, is on the eye portion, I'm gonna burnish this down a little bit, not fully, but just enough to get it kind of stuck. And then I'm gonna go in and do the edges. Get out all of their little wrinkles on the eyes. And then go in for our final burnish. So that made sure the foil is nice and flat. It's not gonna be perfect, but all you have to do is get close. There is a little tear that got worse, but what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna round out the corners of it. And if it still is bothering me when I go in before I solder, then I'll just patch it with a little piece of foil. But you can barely notice it, so I doubt I'm gonna do that. So now we just do it for the other piece. This just has some fuzz on it, and I don't want the fuzz on my glass. This foil is like really rough on one side. I guess it's normal. All right, sounds good. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope you enjoy your dinner. I'm gonna try my very diggity darndest to have all of this foiled and burnished by the end of the stream. All right, now we're just gonna do it for this side. Oops. I find that the thinner the foil is, the easier it is to heat up like this. So like the 1/4 inch foil is a little bit harder to work with, and then the 5/16 foil is very easy. So. Haha, my foil ripped, but it ripped at the very top, so it'll just get covered. Ha ha ha. We're gonna get these tiny pieces out of the way. Look at it! I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Patience. Great. Is the stream still really laggy? Great. Also, hello. This isn't something that should be this stressful to our internet. I'm gonna say it like I said earlier. There's been nights where if I'm just on Discord, I literally can't do anything else. My internet, like my web browser, just doesn't work. It will not load anything. And then when I'm on Discord, the call is like the red bar. It's like super laggy and weird. I can maybe try to pull up some music on Spotify instead, because I have YouTube up right now. Let me get up and stretch my legs real quick. My YouTube, I forgot to update my YouTube title. Dumb. Alright, let's try that. Man, look at this, all these alerts. Dropped frame rate. Shut up. Shut up, Streamlabs. What are we even paying the internet company for? What are we even paying them for? This piece is so small. What I'll have to do is cut it out with my X-Acto knife. I would normally just be like, oh, I had to change the pattern, but... Hello! Thank you. This is my spooky alien tie-dye shirt. How are you doing today, John? Hello, nice colored glass person. Hope you are doing well. This is a shirt that I got from someone that I actually met on TikTok. And she's really nice. Her name is Hippies in the Wind. If you're interested in getting a really cool shirt of your own. Yeah, this foil's thick. Too thick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut it down a tiny bit. So all I'll have to do is just make sure I'm really delicate whenever I'm soldering around the eyes. It's like a jumping bean. Hello! Did I move out of the US? No, I am still here. I'm still in Florida. We're gonna be staying in Florida forever. No, we couldn't buy a house, so we're gonna be here for another year. What? I'm not Swedish. What? What's happening? Am I missing an inside joke on D Live? What happened? Oh, you're poking fun at my title. Yes. Here. Let's go ahead and satisfy everyone's. I was like, I'm just gonna ignore it. Cold out. Great. My title on, oh, it does say good morning. Tee-hee. update. Also, hello, Flo. Swedish. Oh, that's so exciting. Congratulations. That's so awesome. I am so glad that my videos have helped you. Do you have you posted any of your stuff on social media? Because if so, I would love to see it. Or if you are not part of my Discord and you want to join my Discord, you can also just post there's like share your arts and share your crafts and stuff in there. So you can feel free to be in my Discord. Who is Canadian? Oh, Tom Green, who is Canadian. Okay. Let me pop my Discord link in the chat if anyone wants to join, if you're not already part of it. I've been just absolutely shoving my Discord in people's faces every stream, so I'm pretty sure everyone is part of it. Yay. If you're not familiar with Discord, it's basically like a little, kind of like a social media, kind of like, just like talking app, I guess, or program. You can just talk to people, there's like voice chat, and then my Discord specifically, I want to use it to help other artists learn, or to like help you learn something if you want to learn a new craft or art, as well as promote small businesses. So we are a poppin' little community now. I'm very proud of my little baby Discord. Awesome. Well, definitely don't get in a car accident. And thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Oh, I knew what you meant. But yeah, I'll be here for a little bit. So if you can stop by later, that's great. If not, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, great. Sometimes I get geeked out and do origami with my girl. That's awesome. I've never done origami ever. I think I tried when I was little, and being like a 7-year-old and trying to figure out origami by yourself, it's just not very intuitive. Yeah, I had a few things open and I closed them, so I think the internet got a bit faster. So we're running bare bones programs right now. Brian Stained Glass. Perfect. All right, awesome. Well, I'll definitely check it out then. And I'm like so excited for you that you got your first commission. That is so fun. Are you trying to like turn it into a full-time job, or you just want to do like a kind of side hustle hobby thing? This is ugly. Yeah, Discord, I will say it can be a little bit weird. The other person who is on YouTube, their name is Brian Stained Glass. If you want to go check out his work. He's been following me on YouTube for a little bit. It is, because I get very distracted. It is tough to do with an audience. I just like start talking. That's the biggest problem. I just talk. And then I'll like not be doing anything and I'm just like, That's the main thing, is I just like get really distracted. Why is this music getting so stressful? And I personally always feel like this part is the most boring, but then like people like seeing it, so I don't know. I don't know. I have to go follow and check out his stuff. Hello! How's it going, Kim? Welcome, welcome. I do not recommend doing what I'm doing right now until your finger calluses are built up too, just as a little side note. 'Cause this is copper. I just have like really intense calluses. You can't really see it on my fingertips. Oh, I understand. Well, hopefully you can just kind of keep doing it and getting better and make a little bit of side money then. And just enjoy it at your own pace. It is really fun, especially when you get to do like just kind of whatever. I do kind of sometimes miss being able to just like, you know, make a project for the fun of it. But that's what I'm kind of doing with the block printing now. In case anyone has wants to see it, I'm going to show you anyway. So even if you don't want to see it, I'm going to show you this next print that I'm going to be making. So, see, I get distracted. Ugh, I'm sore. My headphones are so long. So, because I'm very excited about this. So this is the lantern that I drew last night. Yeah, you can see it better there. And then I transferred it onto my like rubber squishy thing, and I started carving a little tiny bit, you can see right in there, but this has been, I'm like super excited about this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but it'll be fun. I thought about streaming it on my Discord last night, but then I got chit-chatting with some friends and it didn't happen. But if I get enough people on Discord, I might just do some little low-key Discord streams, you know? I think some people get a little bit intimidated with like Discord calls, just because like here. Oh no, that's just for glass or not glass. It's just for my own fun. So this is block printing. So this is so I got a kit the other day, and this is the first one that I did. This has obviously ink on it. This is the first one that I did, and this is like how it looks printed out. It kind of got messed up. Okay. It kind of got messed up because I didn't use the right paper, or like the paper is too like it absorbed a lot of the ink. So my friends told me that if I just kind of like dampen it, the paper a little bit, it'll soak up the ink better, and make it so it's not salty, is what they call it. So yeah, this was the first one that I did, and then I drew up that idea last night because I just really love lanterns. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. I'm obsessed with it. I really like it. It's very fun. John Jones. It's really fun. I really like it. I really, really, really like it. I haven't watched any videos about it, and I'm just kind of doing it. So I was pretty happy with how it turned out. I liked it. The lantern's gonna be like a whole nother animal, but I figure, you know, you just gotta kind of be like zen about it, and if I mess it up, then I just gotta do another one, right? It's not the end of the world. Yeah. Oh, hello. Off center. Great. There we go. Congratulations, you've received 100 messages with Restream. Thank you, Restream. Juror's Rhinoceros? What is that? Dirt all over this. Hi.
I don't know if you respond. I don't have audio out there.
Oh, yes.
I just kind of have you up in the background.
I did respond to our internet problem and then solution.
Yeah. I just ran the speed check a couple times and it went back to normal.
We pay so much money for internet that is this unreliable.
Yeah. Well, our provider isn't the best, so. Alright, well, you have fun.
Thanks.
I'll be watching you.
Goodbye.
I'll be watching you.
1515. That is a long time ago. I need to get new headphones. Or I need to get a band to cover this. It's so ugly. Durer's Rhinoceros. Let's look that up. I want to see what this is. Durer's Rhinoceros. Oh, I have seen this before. This was a woodcut. What? I didn't know this was a woodcut. This is crazy. Because I've seen this before. That's wild. And then he just cut it. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen that before. I think I took that. I've seen that in like a medieval history class that I took. That's crazy because there are people like there's I don't know exactly what their title is. Maybe like forensic scientists type or forensic artists where what they do is they're the people that like take bones and then they like take a skeleton and they figure out how the muscles attach to all the different parts of the skeleton and then figure out what the animal or the person looked like. And that's how we have like all of the like, you know, hominid like idea picture whatevers, because they're like, oh, because of this bone structure here with their face looking like this, then their skin looked like this. But they did that with a rhinoceros and it was like completely wrong. Like what? It's crazy. They like gave them like a rhino skeleton or something and then they drew like theoretically what they would think it would look like. So it's like kind of crazy to think, what if dinosaurs look completely different than what we think they do? Because they probably do. I'm not, like, what do you mean? And I also don't want, like, I don't want anyone to feel like they can't say stuff. Like, obviously, within reason, like, don't be rude to people. But, like, I personally really like entertaining different ideas and hearing about different things. So, what do you mean? Big fake. Big fake dinosaurs. Cause I mean, like, we like just found out that a lot of them have feathers. I'll have to check out more of those woodcuts. There's an artist that I follow on TikTok and she does these outstanding acrylic, like huge acrylic paintings. And I was talking to her last night and she said she's been doing wood cutting and I feel like that's like the next step up, right? Interesting. Yeah, that like doesn't surprise me. Cause there's only been like, there's been very few like full skeletons found, right? Who knows? Who knows? It's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's like kind of uncertain with even Egyptian history. So to think that, you know, we have it all figured out from stuff that's millions and 65 million years ago is kind of silly if you really kind of think about it. Like, I love talking about, like, the origins of humans and, like, ancient civilizations and stuff. So it's kind of interesting. And I'm really bad with numbers, too. So it makes conversations and, like, talking about stuff like this a little hard if I don't have the numbers in front of me. These little gear things. Her name is Jamie Wynn. You'll probably dig it. I will write it down. I have a list of things that I wrote down for my other stream, too. And I still... I just like, it's been on my table and I have to listen to it. But yeah, like we thought that I feel like every year we're like, oh yeah, this is the oldest thing we've ever known. Oh yeah, human civilization goes back to here. And then like Göbekli Tepe, I think it's pronounced. Is a super, super old civilization that is like, was intentionally buried with rocks and like filled up. And it's like, what was it? What was it? Isn't that wild to think, like, what if there were ancient civilizations that were, like, ridiculously advanced? Spooky! It's just crazy. Crazy to think about. Little gear things. I'm very curious what that means. Yeah! Randall Carlson, I've listened to him before. I really like the stuff that he's talked about with like the ancient flood stuff and the structures that he's studied, like the geological like features in I forget where it is, kind of like the Montana, South Dakota area, where there's like large scale, massive evidence of like huge ancient floods. Really cool. Really cool. I would love to see the pyramids or even like structures like that down in like Mexico and South America, because the way that they fit the stones together just like is incomprehensible to me. Like, Victorian tech for some reason. The gear things. Steampunk? It's like steampunk Victorian stuff. I don't know if those are interchangeable, but yeah, Randall Carlson has some really interesting stuff. I've never listened to. Are you talking about Graham Hancock? Or does Randall Carlson have a brother? I have Graham Hancock's, or one of his books. I have the second one, but his voice gets kind of drony after a while. I have the audiobook, because I like to just listen to books while I'm working. Use this one. Yeah. I really like Randall Carlson's funny though. Like the way he talks is just really cool. Like I just like his voice and like how animated he is when he's talking. I heard him talk about some he started talking about math, and I just was like, I'm not a very like mathematically inclined person. I always struggled with math in school. Or maths, as Stag would correct me if he were here. Might be holding his tongue. I think it's just kind of like silly to think that we have it all figured out. There's still so much that we learn every day. Like, it kind of grossed me out that there's a new species of whale that was discovered back in like 2015 or something. Marshall Klarfeld drops deep Anunnaki info. I haven't heard of that guy before. I love listening to stuff like that, I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna go ahead and burnish these. This music is so spoopy. Poopy. $7.17. Ooh, that's intense. That is intense. There's this older woman that I used to help, like I would go in and check on her, and she straight up, like in the middle of nowhere, we were just like talking about, I forget what we were talking about, but she was like, she's like in her 80s, but she was like, we were talking about the pyramids, I think, and like I forget how the conversation started, but she just like dead looked me in the eyes and said, "You know the pyramids were built by aliens, right?" And I was just like, whoa, what? I was like, this is wild. Now all we have to do are these tiny little leaves. Unfortunately, I cannot do the eyes or the branch because, like I said, I have to bake them in the oven tomorrow. Still have rubbish on them. Not rubbish, but like debris. There we go. Have I ever seen a bear in real life? Only at the zoo, unfortunately. Well, probably, actually, fortunately. I love bears. That's the source of my name, is just because I love bears. We see alligators, like, pretty regularly, I would say. Maybe, like, every other month or so. We don't live anywhere close to water, but I've never seen any black bears. We do have black bears in Florida. I just really like bears. We live pretty far away from like the places that have like the really wild wildlife. Well, not like, I'm talking about like the Everglades. We live pretty far away from the Everglades. The Everglades just have like those giant pythons just chilling down there, you know, because everyone would get like ball pythons and then release them, and then we have like this wild out of control python population in the Everglades. Sick. It's so gross to think about how big they are and like how many there might be just like slithering around. I've seen like giant spiders, like banana spiders. And like wild boar, but those aren't really like freaky Florida, you know? Maybe. I think Texas. Yes, I can. So the paint that I use, it's only in like it bakes in a normal oven, like in the kitchen. So I don't have a kiln. But I can definitely, I should have filmed this today because this would have been a really nice video to make about painting the birch branch. But I do have some like stock footage of stuff that I could paint. I would feel bad. I just like, that's the only paint I use because I don't have a kiln. But that's why I like it, is because it's very user friendly and you don't have to have a multi-$100 kiln and a huge space for a kiln. So yeah, you just bake it in the oven at 325 for 40 minutes and it's good to go. Which is very convenient. But yes, I can elaborate. Because there is some kind of like finesse that you have to use with the paint that I have, which is the paint that my mentor recommended as well. Like that's the one she told me to get originally, so I love it. But it's very, it's not very opaque, but it's really thick. So it can be a little bit tricky to work with sometimes, especially if you're doing very fine details. There was an album cover that I did for my brother as a commission, and it was it's a noise rock band, and it had these signs that said like Earth Atomizer, let's go. And so that was really hard. It took me a few hours just to get the font correct. I probably could have printed out the font and like kind of traced over it, but I did it all freehand and it took forever. It took so long. Alright, we're gonna switch to our smaller foil. These little leaves that are sticking off of this branch too, so these little guys, they're going to be very fragile, so I'll probably make a video just on like stabilizing fragile pieces as well, but I'm gonna have to use copper wire and really get in the back and stabilize them with copper wire. So that's what I can include in my next video about soldering. Do like stabilizing fragile pieces, because I had to do it with my hummingbird beaks for the hummingbirds I made recently. It was literally held on by like a 3 millimeter little solder thing, and it was so wiggly, so I just braced it on the back with some copper wire and it's perfect. So it's not that hard. What is your first commission of, if you don't mind me asking? Is it like a big one or a tiny one? What I'll do, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. So on the weeks that I know that I won't be able to get a video out as per my normal kind of like schedule that I'm trying to stick to, I'll try and live stream a little bit more. That way, if people have questions, they can ask me. I think that's what I'll do. that last video, I think it took me maybe about 12 to 15 hours to edit and stuff because I'm just so slow about it. I'm so slow to like voice over everything and edit everything together. Almost done. Why is it so toasty in here? Hold on, I'm gonna go open my door real quick. The door got shut and I'm suffocating. Yeah. Yay. Airflow. Ew, I hate it. I had to get these like black covers for the ears because I've had these headphones for like 4 years. They shouldn't be this like falling apart, and yet they are. It's great. They have really nice sound quality though. Hey Deuce, how's it going? Okay, so everything is foiled. So now, yes, it is. This is my copper foil tape. So the black part that you see here is sticky. So that's what sticks to the glass. Don't roll up on yourself. And then the copper is obviously what the solder sticks to. So now I have all of it applied, so I need to go in and burnish everything, and then we'll be done. This actually didn't take me that long, which is really surprising because there's so many tiny pieces. I always say that, and then I forget that burnishing takes forever. Because I like to really get in there and make it really flat and get all the wrinkles out. The reason why you have to do this is because if there's any wrinkles or places that the foil can lift, it can get flux underneath it, or it can lift more easily once you apply heat, and it'll lift and look really bad and potentially not be as structurally sound. So we're gonna get all these little wrinkles out. Oh, I already burnished this one. Just kidding. For foil, there's also, the backing also comes in silver and copper. I just buy all of the black backed foil just because most of the glass that I work with is opaque. So the only reason you really buy the different colors of foil backing is when you work with transparent glass and you can see through the glass itself. So if you have transparent glass, like say I make a sun catcher and it's all clear glass, I would want to use silver backed foil, which I literally don't ever see anyone use this. Because if I leave the solder silver, you're going to be able to see. I personally just think it's... You should record the whole process from sketch to making and then sell as NFT. You can sell a video as... Stag has been trying to like really get me to look into and do the NFT thing, and I still just don't quite understand it. Like, I could do it with a video. How does that work? Because I technically have like a start to finish video that I put on my YouTube recently. So bundle it. Super easy. What do these things mean? What? I think it's back. Great. T-shirt art. I mean, I make art that isn't stained glass related too. Well, kind of. Not really. Yes and no. Maybe I need to get on it then. But like Stag said that you need like a really good following, right? Like how likely is it that, like, what's the average price that people are selling it for? Like, what is their profit that they're getting from it? I just don't know if I have enough of a following to do that. I don't know. I don't know. I started using a VPN. 2 days later, my ISP sends me a hardware router replacement saying the old one has errors. It helps. So Stag is here. Did you hear me correct myself about the maths? Also, I'm not intentionally ignoring the NFT videos. I just legitimately forget to watch them. I'm the worst, I know. I know. Well, okay, so this took me about 2 hours, but we'll say it took me about an hour and 45 minutes because of all of the talking and distractions that I allow myself to rant about. If it does, I will just send the new one back. Thank you. A polite, take this garbage back. I don't want it. My internet is really infuriating to me. Just don't get it. Like, I just keep getting error messages. I am doing the bare minimum on my computer. See, and I want to live off grid, but I would theoretically have Starlink, right? And I would have really good internet. I would get so frustrated with the internet problems if we lived like really far out in the wilderness, which we will, and it'll just be something we have to work out. We have not given up our dream of living out in the middle of nowhere. We still want to do it. That sounds good. Thanks for hanging out, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. That's what I'm saying. Middle of nowhere is best. We went on a bike ride on Saturday, and it's in a very rural area, and we were just biking, and it was so pretty. It's just like kind of nestled in a bunch of like farms basically, so on either side of the trail, because it's a rail trail, so it's on an old railway. On either side there was farms, and it was so wild. We want to move there so badly. And there's actually some pretty cheap properties. Now granted, right now it's probably not the best time to try to buy a house, which we couldn't anyway because self-employment and stuff. But in a year we'll be absolutely golden. Yeah! Heck yeah! Lots of chickens. We'll be living the life. Alright, well, wow, this owl looks really mad, but he's not. He just looking. Get in there. Oh. We'll actually have to grind this down a little bit because it looks like this is a tight squeeze. I think it's just because of the added foil. Yeah, so I'll have to grind that down a little bit. So once I set this, because I was trying to get that in there and it's just not. It fits, but there's no way I would get foil around the other side. Or around the other piece. All right, well, our grumpy owl, this one is done. So I am actually gonna go and probably work on the block print. I might be on Discord, I'm not certain. So thanks for hanging out, everyone. Little impromptu live stream, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your days. And I'll see you probably on Sunday, Sunday morning, like late morning again.